Okay, now we're on to keyboard input or MIDI input. Now what this means is that now I've kind of got two devices to keep track of here. I'm still going to use the number pad on my keyboard, but I'm going to use a MIDI keyboard for entering the notes. So if you don't have a MIDI keyboard, you'll need one to do this. You can find MIDI keyboards fairly cheap. They're actually not very expensive. And if you're going to do a lot of work with MuseScore, I'd recommend getting one. You know, you can find them that look like a lot of different instruments, actually. They don't need to be piano keyboards. You can get MIDI guitars and things that are a bit more expensive than MIDI keyboards, but you can get MIDI guitars that will input notes for you in the same way that I'm using a MIDI keyboard here. But I have a MIDI keyboard. So what I'm going to do here is essentially the same thing that I was doing before, except I'm not going to type in the letter names in my typing keypad. I'm going to use the keyboard. So I'm going to turn on note entry. I'm going to select my rhythm with the numbers. So I hit 5. Now I'm going to play a note on my keyboard. Okay? And now I'm going to say 4 for an 8th note. And I'm going to say 3 for 16th notes. And then let's finish off this measure with a quarter note G. Okay, so it solves the octave problem, right? It solves the accidental problem because we can just type in the notes that we want. It also is a little more intuitive as a musician because I'm used to finding the notes on the keyboard. I can do that also, and because I haven't turned off note input mode, so it's just going to keep trucking. Now that I've turned off note input mode, I can play my keyboard and hear it through MuseScore, but it's not playing notes, or capturing notes, I should say. So that's another way to do it. We can just use the keypad to control the rhythms and type in the notes with the MIDI keyboard.